So let's try to answer this question for people, because I've been getting in arguments with people left and right on where does Washington go from here. Because in my opinion, I don't think I'm never going to tell anybody to tank. I'm never going to tell anybody just to not play. You always got to show up. Each day you get an opportunity to play football, you play. But what is our motivation? Why are we still trying to? I don't know, man. What can we expect? Where do we go from here, Will?
Well, the players are auditioning for next year, like you said earlier, whether it's this team or somebody else. So you're putting film out there that GMs and coaches are going to look at. So that's your motivation. As fans, listen, I'll say this, and maybe it's because I've become way more glass half full most of the time. You only get 17 of these. Yes. My son asked me last night, why are you wearing that shirt, Daddy? I said, because I'm a fan, and I'm still wearing my Taylor Heineke shirt, even though we just lost.
Right.
I'm still wearing it, and I will wear my gear around town. I will wear the jerseys with him on Sundays when they play, just because it's part of the fun of everything. So it sucks. We're all ready for the offseason to change. Be patient. It's going to come. Yes. They're going to clean house. The owners know this. You know, they bring in analytical minds, and Ben Standig already said that. He goes, just because they haven't fired Ron doesn't mean they aren't doing things behind the scenes and talking to people. I think what I would love to see is sometime in December before Christmas, we announce who's going to be taking over the front office. They've already named one guy, Eugene Shen, is going to be our director of analytics. So boom, right there. We've got someone who's going stat related. And so like on 4th and 2 in the first quarter, Ron, when the ball's at the 40-yard line, you don't punt. You go for the ball. You go for it, okay? So we've got someone there that's going to be a little more stat driven. But if we can make some announcements, and I know we can't make this on November 24th, because if you're taking him from another team, what's that person saying to his current employer? You know, but if at some point before Christmas, before the end of the season, we're able to announce who the front office is going to be, or who's being hired as director of football operations or general manager, that's going to start giving us a direction, because that's going to also let us speculate, okay, who are they connected to? What franchise are they coming from? Who has previously worked for them? So that's where the fun can be. And, you know, and like I said, I'm just going to go back right now. Jack's already saying it. 7
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Getting into the top 5. He's loving losses. Jack gets more happy after losses this season than he does wins. But it's the idea of just be a fan, root for your team, wear your stuff. Right. You know, if you can't stand it out in public, then watch the game at home so you don't have to get yelled at by people and laughed at. But that's all we can do. You ride this out for December. December's going to suck. But then the future will be come January, when we can kind of see where this franchise gets its reset, because everybody knows it's coming. We're all ready for January.
Yeah. Yeah, and when Will says the future is going to suck, let me tell you about this gauntlet we have. We have Miami, we have the Rams, the Jets with the potential Aaron Rodgers return, San Francisco.
Yeah, Chase Young coming back to DC.
Right, and Dallas.
So there's a chance for 2 wins there. 2 wins. The Rams are no better than us, so that's a draft pick toss up. So that's a big game. True. You know, I bet the Jets have a lot more to play with at the time with Rodgers if he's back. And then, I mean, we beat Dallas last year on a game that Dallas didn't need to play, so you never really know. And not to like tip our hats like, oh, we beat Dallas, like some people did in the offseason because Sam Howell played so well. But
let's go.
But, you know, they may not be playing for much of that time either, and so that could be a winnable game. So 2 max, no more than 6.
Well, I mean, shoot, to that point, San Francisco, we also play them. We play them New Year's Eve. That could be a winnable game, because they could be sitting all their guys as well. I mean,
Kyle Shanahan hates our franchise. He wants to stick it to us, and so does Chase Young. You know, Chase Young's going to get like 5 sacks that game.
I forgot about that. Yeah. And for any of y'all that were watching, I don't know if you saw the San Francisco game yesterday. Chase looked like a bystander. He just, I mean, I don't even know if he was in on some of the celebrations with the guys. Like, they were kind of looking at him like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, come on in, like. No. And shout out to him, no disrespect, but
that was pretty disrespectful.
That was disrespectful. but it wasn't us. That's all I'm
Right,
saying. It
right,
wasn't
right.
us. Oh man, but yeah, no. So to that point, man, it's like it's, as long as we have football and we have Washington football, definitely watch, definitely try to get amped up. We know what we can expect with all the pieces that are gone. But I mean, look, shoot, to Jack's point, I mean, the off season's coming, man. Let's get ready for it. I'm not saying, I mean, we're gonna drop at least 3, if not 4 games of this next 5. So
Yeah.
I get it, and I'm fine with that. But Jack, lost cause.
That was Lamont Lewis that said it.
Oh, that was a Lamont Lewis. Hey, well,
But that is something that Jack would say. I'm telling you,
right.
This man celebrates losses more than wins all of 2023. I would celebrate Victory Monday, and he would celebrate Misery Monday all the time.
Black Monday, right?
Yeah, he was thrilled when we lost.
Yo, and look, at the end of the day, we know season's pretty much a wrap for us. We're starting to look to the off season. We're just looking to see who is still wants to be in Washington, who still wants to fight for us, who still wants to, go hard and keep playing. Like you said, people are going to start making business decisions. They're going to start saying, I'm not trying to go into the off season hurt or potentially ruin my opportunities with another team. But honestly, I think everybody's tape from here on out needs to be absolutely scrutinized to the nth degree. And I mean, it's almost like tryouts. I mean, it just look, what are you guys willing to put forth when the season's over, potentially half these guys are out. What are you willing to put forth? Are you just going to say, we don't have anything to play for and we're done and call it a season? Or are you going to keep working and churning and fighting, even though you don't have anything really to play for? So that's the question I want to see answered. And as I look at that, I'm not going to be looking at scores or anything like that because I don't need to see. I will be probably starting a lot of people that are on the opposing teams in my fantasy league. So
yeah,
that's where I stand. I'm a realist on this,
You are. I'm impressed. I tell you this all the time. I'm impressed how you have a realistic view of Sam Howell, even though you love the dude and want him to succeed. You also have the ability to be like, you write to me. That pass was behind him. He can't do it.
love him. I do. And I am extra hard on this guy. I am, because he's supposed to be the second coming of Joe Montana, but we're not going to go down that road. Promise of a fresh start with a new
That's Jack.
staff.
Yeah, it's all right. Jack. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, like I said, we got 5 games and we have to suck for the next 5 games. But it's 2024 is going to bring a whole lot of Ashburn syndrome is what's going to happen. Because we're going to get sucked into all of it and think every move is the best. Let's hope.
Yep.
Let's hope.
That's how we do. That is definitely how we do.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.